Welcome back to the channel. We have 1 hour until the Champions League, so we have a 1 hour video to react to. You've probably seen how long this video is, so get your popcorn, relax. We're going to watch it. We're going to talk about it. At this point, with the rants in FIFA, they don't go anywhere. EA, we know how EA acts. I did a video the other day cooking EA. I actually did a couple the other week because I just was so mad at stuff they were doing. I watched the A9 skills video on Monday. I thought it was very well done. We have different angles from all these videos, but you know, for me, A9 Skills, a FIFA player that I respect. I always like to hear what he's saying about the game. This is from Inception, who is just, look, I'll be honest, I love Inception. He's never going to be happy with this game because EA is never going to give him at least 25% of what he wants. But I'm curious to see what he's going to say. This is not his reaction to anything. He is actually ranting, and he always offers interesting viewpoints, sometimes in ways that I don't really see. He also goes very in-depth. He did a 1.5-hour reaction to a 12-minute video of me playing him, all right? I love Inception. He's my boy. We're going to jump into this video, guys. So, I don't want to see you guys in the comments saying I'm a reaction streamer now. I don't want to see that. All right, we're simply giving another video to this channel to watch because we're going to watch it together. We're going to see what's up, as well as I have a Twitch ban for 2 days, so I want to make some use of time and catch up with some videos that I've been meaning to film. We are going to get in it. I'm going to skip his U7 buy ad because I don't think we should watch coin sponsors on here. That's my own thing. Let's see. So his title to this video is EA, what WTF are you doing? FC26 rant. So very broad, 50,000 views, which is a lot. And we're going to see what Inception has to say and why he's complaining. I want to know the exact reasons. 56 minutes, guys. I can't promise that I'm going to get the whole video done. I'm going to try my best. We're going to give it our best go here.
Unless you do like share play content, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like it's like stressful to be a content creator on this game. Thank goodness, at least I seen like the new icon that they're releasing with Chiellini. It's just, you know what it is, man? It's really stupid for me to even say these things because when you know what the base mechanics are of this game and you look at the play styles that a player has, you have to have these things because
Bro, he sounds
if that
depressed.
Chiellini leak is real, where they're showcasing, and don't listen to this if you don't want leaks, right, being told to you, but if they're showcasing a bruiser plus and an intercept plus, that goes to show you that even EA knows that when they actually give you a card that can play in the meta really well, right, they have to give specific playstyles. This game is all about intercept, all about bruiser. Bro, I don't even do content for these videos because you guys are not stupid, man. Brother, why are we getting 3 female players in a row on Future Stars? Like, what are we talking about, EA? No offense to the female players. We don't know who these people are. Why are you just releasing random people? But then
I don't want to leak anything. I spoke to EA employees like I think it was like a year and a half ago or a year ago about kind of like working on the game because they were like, yo, we really want advice. So I gave them a ton of advice of what they should do, right? Whether they've used it or not. I feel like they've tried to use some of it. I basically, without confirming that I talked to them about this, like, they really seem to just, on a schedule now, they have to release player SBCs like every day. So they don't care, which is sad because, like, you know, theoretically there should be 3 player SBCs a week. But now they just release 1 or 2 player SBCs a day, and then you go 4 days in a row without a good SBC, and they're players you never even heard of. And it's EA just having to do it to do it. They just release cards now to do it. There's nothing as special now, which is frustrating when he's making that point.
you lock the interesting things through transfer market cards. And then, like, honestly, I don't know about you guys, but like the young talents, and it's not even the young talents that's not interesting, right? Because honestly, if you're a football fan, it's always the interesting prospects from certain clubs. You know, with Porto, it's Mora being an absolute monster. So when he gets a Future Stars, you're like, oh my god, right? But you know what the problem is, man, is that the play styles in this game, if players don't have play styles, they're deemed useless. But EA don't know what they want when they make a video game, because when this game is first released, we're going to make playstyles less relevant. Very noticeable in the first 3 weeks, then afterwards they completely binned it. We're going to make shooting more. The shooting mechanics that they did is the shooting mechanics that if I were to work at the studios myself, that's exactly how it would work. I would not care how the community would take it. It would work exactly like that. These high percentage strikes were all going in. Those were gameplay compensators, because if you ever actually did good attacking plays, you would get rewarded for it, right? Which I felt like was a really, really important thing to have in this game, because when you do good attacking plays and then you don't score them, it feels horrible when you concede goals that you shouldn't. But now it's like, oh, at least I scored 3 of my good goals. He scores 1 of his bad. So it's like a compensator, right? From high percentage strikes, guys. We're talking about like taking specific touches, doing specific shot animations for your opportunities. That's gone, right? The 3 main things that were the biggest things that made this game so much better than FC25 is because they literally grabbed people's opinions and literally stomped on it, which was exactly what they were supposed to do, right? They did the thing that they were supposed to do to make the game better. We're going to do better defensive animations. We're going to make it so that manual defending is better, which it wasn't even like perfect yet. It wasn't exactly where it was supposed to be. The only game that has it down is goals, and that game is in a pre times 10 alpha stage, right? When it comes to how defending should actually work, you predicting whether he exits left or right. Well, for you guys, left or right, because it's switch of the camera, right? But you guys get what I'm saying. Wherever you exit and then wherever you predict, you receive possession of that ball from doing a challenge there. Whether it's an interception or whatever it is, you get the ball. It's just insane, man, because the 3 mechanics, it was the sharp dribbling, right? And the sharp dribbling worked hand in hand with the better defensive mechanics because your tackles were working. Manual interceptions were at least at 60%. It should have been way higher still. I was like, oh, they can only improve on this. No, they brought it down back to like 10 or 20%, to be honest with you.
It's very weird now. When you play this game, you'll notice when you manually win the ball, it's not sticking to you anymore. In the beginning, he's right though. It was 60. It was crazy in the beginning. I remember I texted him like, dude, I'm winning the ball like most times that I'm moving the player in the position. And now I don't know what button they clicked because it's entirely different. And this goes back to my theory. I said this theory a little while ago when they brought in playstyles. I feel like playstyles make this game a glitchy mess. And it just makes everything that should work normally, it messes it up. Because when you have the game being played, it's almost like the game is trying to read all these codes of the playstyles all loading at the same freaking time, and it turns into a mess.
And it's like even lower, to be honest. I have Intercept Plus players that like I'm controlling them and the ball literally goes right past their foot.
Facts.
Evolutions, they limit evolutions like crazy. Like when evolutions first came out, whenever I was doing an evolution video, all of them would do well because all of them were interesting. And now they limit them like crazy. Like, 86 max rating. 86 max rating now at this point in the game?
3 days after this, they just
Brother, the
released
game is so
max
meta with
86
the
today.
players that people are going to have in their team.
Crazy.
86 max rating, 86 specifically. And that's only me understanding 10% of how evils work because I haven't done evils in forever because I don't play the game normally, right? But brother, like what are we doing? Like we just came off of Team of the Year. We just came off of promos where you're giving cards minimum 4-star capabilities, but then you come back to the game and you give us 3 female players that nobody cares about. No offense, but we don't.
Yeah.
Pinged pass on this card. Like, don't even get me wrong. She doesn't even look that bad, right?
I'm
Because
American.
card,
I don't even know who this is.
I can't even say that because honestly, this game is so meta nowadays. It's so meta. Like when you don't have playstyles, when you don't have stats, like a card like this, you would have to use in the cam position. If you're good enough at the game, sure, you can make her work, but there's nothing interesting about this. Like you're releasing this for the sake of it. It's like showcasing
4-star, 3-star. You know what I mean? There's nothing special about this card. 80. Who is using this card at this time of the year? The only part, like, and then you look at this card, and then what's the consideration that somebody's gonna actually complete this card? They're gonna be like, oh, well, it looks really good for my USA Evo team because you can't use the card at the base.
Laziness, right? And it's crazy because it was 3 of these in a row. Like, do you guys do this content so that like we content creators actually talk about how garbage this is? So this is your player. You release this card as a player of the month card, but like, guys, here's the problem, okay? These playstyles again. If this Olise in the past was released as an SPC, you guys
Why
would
did
be
they
more
give him
interested
long
in
ball
it because
pass?
playstyles were not as relevant.
Plus,
If
what
your
the
card
hell?
had 91 passing with 89
That's so
dribbling
weird.
and you gave him a hunter chemistry style, that was
I didn't
fine.
even
Right away,
realize
you're
that.
like, hey, this card could be really nice in the right-sided area. Maybe as a player of the month Bundesliga card, they make him a 4-star player. But this card, if you don't give a tiki-taka to, they're actually annoying to use. I'm just being dead serious. They're really, really annoying. And when you don't have playstyles, the game is annoying to play. Right now, it's, for me, like the attackers need all 4 of the playstyles. But then even on top of that, you still need more. Like it's always the driven, the finesse, the incisive and the tiki-taka, when you're missing one of those things, right? Not like the first 3 weeks. When you're missing one of those things, those cards, they just feel so annoying to use. So you eliminate like the amount of players that people want to use. Your SBC content is based on garbage like this that doesn't even have intercept. You're going to create an SBC that's 350k. Again, you're just doing it for the sake of it. You don't even care, but you are intentionally removing the intercept. Why? Because in the future you're going to have an evolution and then you have to give her the intercept. That's so stupid. You guys have been going down this route forever now. It was the same thing with Rude Hullet before last year. Rude Hullet before the upgrade, sure, he was pretty cool to get. After the upgrade, because of the season pass with the intercept, he turned into an absolute monster. Right, let me go do an SBC that costs like God knows how much in coins, and then I still have to upgrade him on top of that. Like that, this system of you being able to brainwash your community into thinking that's normal is insane to me. Like I have done SBCs where people are like, oh, but just give this to them. The only thing that I agree with you guys when it comes to, oh, just give this to them is when you tell me just give this chemistry evolution to them. Like with Wilson, give the chemistry evolution to her. You don't have to worry about linking her to like a Rodman or anything like that. You're just going to link her to the rest of your squad. And I did that. That's fine. That's a great evolution. You just get them basically icon chemistry links and you don't really have to worry about that. That's fantastic, right?
Like, it's crazy to me. You just look at this card at the value. Who in the hell is completing this SBC? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, look at the dislikes. 718 dislikes. Crazy, bro.
But other than that, like you releasing an SBC for 600k and he's still missing like a bunch of things is crazy, right? It's harder to get fodder now. So you release Ronaldo and Messi, who's behind a paywall, right? Like, and you know what? This system, it's got to be working for them because they keep doing it, right? Because their content, and it's really stressful as a content creator when you're trying to do the live content. Like, if I don't stream, right? You're giving me female 1, female 2, female 3 to work with. All in which nobody cares about because they are garbage for this point in the game. I'm not against having the downvotes, man. This part I don't really care that much about.
It's just like 96% on George's, 95% of that first future stars. Olise 84%. Like, EA, do you guys have a look at the flipping ratings of what people rate these as? Because they're not good SBCs, none of them.
If I'm being completely honest with you, I really, really don't care that much about that, right? What I care about is EA doing this on purpose because their direction with content creation or content creators is to force people to do share plays because the kids that play this game are just people who are addicted to the gambling aspect of this game and they just need to see what a pack looks like because they don't want to buy it, which thank God they don't. But
for me, there's a part of what he's saying which is true because I talked about this with the store packs. Because somebody in the stream asked me the other day, they're like, yo, man, why do you always spend money on eFootball and not FIFA in the store? And I explained it to them. When you spend money on the FIFA store, it's completely gambling. In eFootball, they give you a amount as the max spend for the 3 guaranteed players, like a Pele or a Pirlo. At the most, you spend 120 to get all 3 of them. So it's way less gambling, right? And the problem is that I think EA have even overdone the gambling to this point where like the store shit is not even interesting. I mean, haven't covered it. Guys, I want everybody to realize when I spoke out in FC24 about we need to change in a community, and this whole community, for the most part, not everybody, but about 60%, were just they said they couldn't. They said they were going to lose too much money in the next week because I said, look, we gotta have everybody stopping doing this content, you know. And I haven't done one of those since. For me, guys, the reason people like campaigns and share plays and SBCs, it's the only fun thing on this game now. That's it. I mean, the other things that do well is like, for example, when EA puts the 89 plus knockout tournament and people want to see that pack because it's hard to win the final, it reminds me of the old top 100 rewards, the top 100 monthly. It's kind of like people want to see those rewards because they're hard to get and they're cool. I don't even personally get excitement out of this store. I remember, Castro having 100,000 viewers on the 100K lightning rounds. Nobody even cares about that anymore. Spending money in the store is a negative return on FIFA now. So for me playing this game, the campaigns are pretty much the only, or the icon player picks, it's the only thing that EA releases in the SBCs that's actually really fun. Because what else are you supposed to do in the SBC section when you look and there's Laura Georges or Olise, who's 220K with a long ball plus, and then Corley. What else are you meant to do there?
It still promotes
Just
people
my
that
2
do buy
cents.
it. Guys, I've always told you guys for so many years, I don't care how their system works for FC points, as long as the gameplay is good and as long as the game modes are good. Sure, they want to have stuff on the side that, makes it so that, it kind of makes people want to get players with FIFA points. Sure, they want to do that system. Guys, there's so many games that it's like a gotcha system, basically, nowadays. Like, they do that, right? Whatever. But as long as the game is fun, because, like, honestly, you can still technically build good squads because of doing only very specific evolutions, right? That are only for the meta players. Like, people do the German left mid card. I think his name is Marcellier or something like that. Where is it Marcellier or I forget his name already? Where people don't even know who this guy is IRL, but they do him because they're like, oh, he's this specific heights. They gave him these specific playstyles. Like, yeah, he's gonna cook in the game because of this. Instead of doing it on players that they actually like, because those players, if they have specific body types and whatnot, they're gonna feel significantly worse in the game because the game is linear. The game is based on, let me just have the most agile players possible with a finesse shot plus in the side position to score those opportunities, or even in my cam for the incisive. Like, everything is so linear, right? The play styles that you give to each individual cards have removed the personality of the players, right? Player reviews for people, whenever I used to do them, they used to be more valuable. Why did they used to be more valuable? Because players used to have base mechanic things, right? And ever since we have moved into the new gen version of this game, guys, you have removed that personality from players, to be honest with you. You really have. Like, the only personality that a player has nowadays, if they have
Something that I've done them so dirty.
or
Konami. Konami has in their game? Player IDs. Do you know how freaking cool that is? And how EA are so lazy they've never done something like that? Where when Konami drops like a 2012 Messi, he literally looks like the Messi. And he has the movement like Messi. Like, Konami has unique players for the same player that actually play entirely different with movement. Not just play styles. They have different body types, different running styles. It's the coolest customization thing ever for unique players. And we don't have anything close down here.
don't have playstyles is if they have a specific body type, right? For instance, with Messi, because Messi's body type by default is really good, if you give him good dribbling stats, that guy's going to dribble like a monster. If Ronaldo is tall and you make him a player that, has pace, has string, all that kind of stuff, he's going to be more sloppy, but he's going to be tall, so he can maybe run. Like, it's just stuff like that. But gone are the days, guys, where you would find someone like me who found Correa, and Correa was one of those guys that had a specific attacking AI to him, right? That made him perform a specific way, or better off. And this is, again, we're moving into the new gen version of the game, but Kareem Benzema flashback. You guys know I talk about him all the time. Like, that attacking AI is no longer a thing with him in these new games, right? But before, guys, the attacking AI that Kareem Benzema has as a flashback, this is from the new gen version of the game, and I'm gonna tell you something right now, okay? Because these were the years that they had no attacking AI on players, brother. I wish they just created more players that had the attacking AI of Benzema, because Benzema is a big physical player, but you made him such a good player. So that means, right, that if I were to do evolutions nowadays, let's say if the concept didn't exist with like the whole playstyles and stuff, right? If I did some evolution from some Santa Clara player, like right now Gonzalo Paciencia just recently transferred there, that'd be a sick evolution to do, right? You can make him just as good as Benzema's flashback card, because attacking AI wise, the way that this guy moves across the pitch, like, that's going to be like your biggest gameplay compensator. But you can do that to way more players to match that sort of thing. Guys, I'm telling you, man, because I'm such an AI merchant, which is what you guys should be when you play a football game, but no offense to you, you don't care about that. Brother, I could not play that year until I
gotta reset it. Hold on.
as the cam as a striker. I played with those two players because of the new gen being so garbage when it comes to attacking AI. I played with those two players for, I think, a good 4 or 5 months after. We're talking about players, bro, they would drop like Mbappe cards, and Mbappe's attacking AI was still good, but it was never as good as that flashback Benzema's. But obviously Mbappe is way better at doing some other things, so it's like, yeah, your Benzema attacking AI is up here, but then like Mbappe's attacking AI is here, but like his other game mechanics is what makes him up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it puts him over Benzema just because of the other mechanics of the game. But even still, I would still use Benzema because the way that he would move across the pitch was significantly better, right? Brother, nowadays, like, the attacking AI of this game is like a basketball game. Okay, it's attacking AI made for stupid people. Okay, guys, I just want to show you guys something really quick. Okay, please, I need to show you guys something really quickly because the logic here, like I don't like EA. Listen, you know how EA recently did the patch where they were talking about how they're fixing the finesse shots? Yeah, EA, listen, you have gameplay devs, because this is the only logical explanation that I can think of people that play your game and they don't notice these things the way that I will notice these things. 100% you do not have these people, okay? And I'm being so dead serious when I say this stuff, okay? EA, finesse shots is not the only thing that you guys broke when you talk about how you made certain changes to the game and other mechanics became broken. You do that consistently. You know why? Because the coding of your game is broken. So whatever it is that you guys work on is always going to screw up everything else. You're always going to go down this exact same pattern every single year. I want to show you guys something, right? So you guys know how I recently reviewed the gameplay with Nick, right? Just to talk about certain things, right? And this is using one of the more meta formations. Brother, this is basketball. This right here is basketball. This makes my chest hurt. This makes me feel like I am going to have a heart attack looking at this stuff because this is moronic to look at. How do you, EA, play this game? Your gameplay devs, how do you play this game? And you guys, for 5 or 6 months of the year, were like, this is how we're going to leave it. But this video, where I'm giving you credit, because I can see already that there's been positive changes, like, and I'm talking about it in this video, where this guy, again, it's from a counterattack and a counterattack transition, which is still like way too effective, way more effective than it should be, because even in this, you can see the middle of the space is too open. That's why this was one of the key things that I mentioned in the video of me trying out the game in the first 2 weeks, right? But it's not that, guys. It's how much relief you have in your brain, in your head, when you see people constantly adapting in the attacking AI situation, right? Like, he gets this ball here, right? I just want you to see how his Ekitike moves, and I want you to see how his right mid moves in this situation, right? But so first of all, another mechanic that you guys broke, EA, that you have never acknowledged is the mechanic that you guys added this year that was so nice, where players hold an onside position really well. Brother, people nowadays, if they go offside, they stay offside for 3, 4, 5 seconds. Nobody else.
The worst is when you pass the ball to someone that is onside and EA registers that they think you want to pass it to the offside player. Nobody wants to pass it there. It's like a glitch.
In your community has told you this, but I will. There's more things that I know about that you guys screw up, but your gameplay devs are useless. They're useless because there's no way that they play the game and they're like, see, this used to happen more often and now it's not happening as often anymore. You see how he was about to go offside and he went right back into an onside position because you're not wasting time, right? And look here, he's already making an angled run. He's already making an angled run here. It's, who knows if it was him that presses the L1 and then right stick. Let's see if it's the right stick. It might be, who knows, right? But let's see here. This is the one, this is the clip where when I was like analyzing this gameplay, this is the one that irritated me because I have not seen this movement since, and this is a rare gold Kai Havertz card. This is why people were looking at this gameplay and they're like, wow, Kai Havertz actually looks usable. It was the same thing when people were looking at gameplay earlier and they were looking at Marmoush and they were like, yo, is Marmoush going to be like the new flashback Benzema because of the way that he was moving across the pitch, right? Look at Havertz behind the player here. First of all, when the run is happening, look, the thing that I preach about all the time, look at what Havertz does here. Constant adapting. Look at him. Look at Havertz. What happened to this? What happened to this? These players don't do this anymore.
I think it's the playstyles. I think the playstyles glitch the game. So when everybody starts getting playstyle pluses, the game actually does not input this stuff as the primary or the priority. That's my opinion.
They don't do the constant adapting to every dribble, every touch you take. You go down, they adapt. You go up, they adapt. What happened to this? This is why when I was looking at this gameplay, I'm like, oh my god, they might have cooked. again, this is still garbage for the new gen version because this is just counterattacks in the middle being way too open because there's no players there, so it's so easy for people to just catch you on the counter. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about movement. I'm talking about like when you're playing this game, you can feel good about it because you're not doing player locks, you're not doing any of that garbage to get this movement. The players are just doing it. Like you're here, look at Kai Havertz the whole time. A rare gold card. Brother, give me this Kai Havertz right now in this game, he would be my starting player. And it's not just this, guys. It was the utilization of playstyles and stuff, right? That they all said, oh, this is gonna change, it's gonna change. Brother, you reverted it. You made playstyles irrelevant. You made them relevant again. So people who have been doing evolutions this year, if you remove the playstyles, you make their evolutions less relevant again. You don't know what you're doing. You're such a frustrating company, man. Like you actually don't make sense to me. In the beginning of this year, where they were destroying you guys, I was protecting you guys not fully because you didn't fix inconsistent gameplay. So these console kids are dealing with much worse gameplay. We do have to say this, right? So I couldn't. EA, listen to me, because you guys think I'm a ball filled with hatred. If you made a good game and you fix inconsistent gameplay, and I can see the direction of what you guys want to do for your core mechanics in a positive way, why would I be sat here talking about how garbage your game is?
Facts.
Why? Because then you know what that would make me? That would make me a personality of a person that constantly hates on your game just for the sake of hating on your game because people think that it's like a cool thing. No, I just want to play a football game that isn't a pile
Facts.
of garbage, that isn't made for morons who think they're scoring valued goals when they're not valued goals. And I've tried these other games, man. Like UFL. I was gonna try UFL, and I never got to a point where I had the better players, but I wasn't really seeing it with UFL. Right? Goals is in a super early stage, so it's hard to judge that game. But there's no football game in the entire world that I have ever played that has defensive mechanics like goals, where it's logical. The guy makes a pass in a bad area, your cursor is there, you receive possession of the ball. He exits to the left, you exit to the left, you receive possession of the ball, and it's a possession-based challenge. You could see the animation being possession-based. Guys, I'm like, it's unhealthy to be a content creator. I feel horrible.
I feel bad. Like it depends on your perspective of it. Like for me, this is the best job in the whole world. Like it just depends. Like you could tell, like for him, like he really wants to just play a video game, and like football wise, that like works. And the problem is we don't have that. It doesn't exist. It probably won't exist. That's the sad truth, right? That's really hard because like year over year, EA just not much improvement. Like there's just really not much improvement. It seems like they just create more problems to have to try to undo. That's the EA method, but at some point that's just going to continue to run out.
Feel straight nervosa, man, because when you play this game, like this is not good for my health. I'm telling you, like this is my job, but it's not good for my health, man. Not good for my health. I want to just like, dude, I don't want to be filled with hatred every single year I play this game because of how stupid you guys. I just want you guys to make a good game. I don't want to make these videos anymore. Why don't you have a dev team that actually understands how to make a good game? Why don't you have a dev team and a community manager that actually has guts, bro? That doesn't like, oh, I'm going to be community manager. Oh, look at all these guys like trashing on me in the Twitter comment section. I can't handle this for... Brother, it's the internet. When I make these videos, when I've made these videos in the past about bad and good gameplay, you think these guys weren't destroying me? Like in the comment section, in the forums, who cares? When you want to make a change in this life, you're the one that has to know, man. You're the one that has to put your foot down. Three core mechanics of this game, the three that was so important for me, man. The three. Sharp dribbling, defensive animations being good, goal scoring being consistent, very, very, very high, like 95, 90%. Good angles were goals. All of them gone. I just said that out loud and I could feel it in my chest again, bro. Skills made a video today, man. he describes it perfectly. I hope I have the audio set up for you guys here. I don't. I have to turn on my computer. On my other computer just so you guys can hear this. Because I'm sorry, he's not making this video just because it's the trend to hate on the game for the sake of hating on the game. It's just what makes sense. Like, just give me a second. Let me open this computer. Make sure that my mic is like.
Look, FC25 was bad. It was horrible. I'm not defending that game. It was bad. But this game is worse, and let me explain why. See, if you thought the 4-2-1-3 was bad, you didn't know that the 4-4-1-1 was on its way. And Playstyle Plus is. Because what happens with this combination is why the gameplay is the worst thing that it's ever been. But before we jump to that, you ever seen a bad team of the year? I have. FC26. The best promo in any FIFA ever. They was ruined. No grind, no nothing in FC26. Absolutely horrible. You ever seen a good promo in this FC? Because I haven't. Let's jump to content for one quick second. You're paying $600K for every SBC that drops. Content's extremely overpriced and out of touch with everybody. Just facts. Evos were good, but then guess what? EA said, no, we're going to stop giving them. So FC25 had better Evos. FC25 had better promos. But let's talk about gameplay, because that's what I care about. So we play a game where you spam bruiser to get the ball back. You could be running behind somebody with a girl that's smaller than V.
And yet, when I told you guys in the King review that the lack of bruiser on him was pissing me off, I had to get roasted on it. Oh, but he has intercept. I'm like, you guys don't play the game then. I'll tell you that right now.
And if she spams bruiser and has bruiser, she throws VVD off the ball and doesn't get a foul for it. You ever seen a football game where you could just throw somebody like it's WWE and you're John Cena and you don't get a foul for it? Because I have FC26. On top of that, 4-4-1-1 tops the 4-2-1-3. And that's saying something because 4-2-1-3 was disgusting. But this 4-4-1-1, everybody and their mama play it. Why? Because the AI defends for you. You don't need brain cells and you don't have to think defensively. All you got to think is when I get this ball.
And if you manually defend, you literally get screwed over for it.
Back with my AI defense, I'm going to give it to my cam and spam an incisive pass into a finesse shot. So anybody defending this gameplay, I don't know what to say to you. Because how can you defend Bruiser Plus? How can you defend having to have incisive on every single midfielder and
score the same pattern of play every single time? The same pattern and be okay with it.
Intercept on every single defender. Guys, come on. This game is dog shit. I'm not saying FC25 was good. I'm just saying this one got worse. That's all I'm saying. They're both pieces of shit. This one is just fucking way, way worse. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so I don't really know what to say, man. I listen, and there's so many things that I told you guys in the past that I'm gonna continue to say now, right? Because you guys have watched all these gameplay videos. I don't need to make more of what needs to be changed and what doesn't need to be changed, right? Like, honestly, stuff like manual goalkeeping would be deleted. Bounce pass, because of how assisted and strong it is, would be deleted. Player locks, I would delete player locks because your focus should be on attacking AI movements like this Kai Havertz did. The way that this Kai Havertz was moving, when I saw that before the game came out, I'm like, brother, they never did this in FC25. And then I go into FIFA FC26, and these are mechanics that you guys do not talk about because you don't analyze the game this way, that end up getting changed, and then they don't revert it because EA themselves don't even see that change. The gameplay devs that play that game, they're like, we're not really attacking AI merchants. Like, we are also the 4-4-1-1 guys that uses finesse shot on the side positions, incisive finesse on the cam, and then the striker needs all the four play styles to do the same attacking plays all the time from a first time drag touch. Everyone always asks me, like, hey, what's the drag touch? The drag touch is literally you getting ahead of the defender, holding your left stick and nothing else, and the drag touch is literally perfect for you to score a finesse shot or a driven shot. One of the least skilled ways of scoring a goal in this game, because the attacker advantage that you receive from the cutback is massive, and then the actual play itself of you getting a...
I think I got to reset it. I'm sorry, guys. It kind of keeps lagging a little bit. I'm trying here.
Drag touch, because the way that you have to move with your defenders is absolute garbage, because the defensive mechanics are way worse, and when you manually defend people, the intercept plus doesn't even work sometimes unless you have to, you literally, like that clip I showed you guys against Nick, where I'm using Buongiorno and the ball goes through his legs. I'm not joking, guys. For me to receive possession of that pass, I would have to switch off of him for him to receive possession of that pass. You know what it is with UEA? It's either you have devs that play the game and do things on purpose to remove certain things, right? Like the way that you did the female players, you releasing them for the sake of it, of course. Like this SBC hero card, where you're gonna release a card like this who has no intercept. People were again sometimes trashing on me with it when it came to the lid. The lid has no intercept, so he's useless until you give him an intercept. 350k no intercept. I shouldn't have to think about that.
you know, it's just annoying that you have to, like, there's only a pool of, like, probably 3 players per position, unless you spammed insane evos that are actually, like, that have the necessities to play the game normally. That, EA, that should be a crime from you guys. Especially when you guys put in the pitch notes that you were going to make them less overpowered this year. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves, man.
Release this SBC. All of this is garbage. Give her a shadow chemistry style. Your tactic system sucks. The new gen version, I have told you guys so many times, it needs to be deleted, man. They need to.
I was watching the old gen on my extra channel the other day. If you guys follow that channel, bro, the gameplay looks way better. The graphics look better on old gen. I'm like, what?
Delete this version. If you want to apply the graphics to the old gen version of the game, and then you remove roles, tactics, play styles of the game, and you bring it back to how tactics used to be in the past, not the one where it's like, oh, players in the box. I say this, players in the box set to 7 and blah, blah, blah. But that is still better than what you have now. Your tactic system went from great, good, to garbage. How do I go every single year in the older FIFAs, FIFA 15, 16, 17, where I'm like, because FIFA 15 was addicting. When you got good gameplay in FIFA 15, oh my God, like I can imagine that if I was playing on PC during that time period and I had crossplay, I think I would have really been addicted to that game. I think so, right? But you still, to this day, have not fixed inconsistent gameplay. You haven't talked about it at all ever since you added it into your pitch notes, because I knew that was going to happen. I even mentioned before the game came out that you were going to fix it, right? Poor guys on console have to deal with a worse version of it. Not to say that on PC that you don't deal with it, but because you do, but it's still better than what you deal with on the console, right? The console, if I had to do content for the console guys, it was over for me, because I have to wait until like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night for me to get gameplay that's actually playable, because whatever that is on the console, because you don't improve your frame rate, which isn't even the main reason why the gameplay is bad, because my gameplay used to be good in the past on 60 FPS and was still perfectly fine, 60 hertz. And nowadays it's just like, bro, it's like an outdated version of what I complained about before. The game modes don't make sense. The way that you do objectives still doesn't make sense. I don't know how many years I'm going to have to say this. Foot Champs needs to go F itself. Quantity amounts game modes are garbage.
I mean, I don't have a problem with Foot Champs, but I think they got to do monthlies, because the general Foot Champs is so dead now. Just rank 1. I talked about this the other day, not doing top 100 monthlies. I mean, guys, the list goes on. I don't think I'm going to watch any more with the video, because, I mean, I just get the point that he's going at here. I mean, really, he's a gameplay guy. It's frustrating, especially because if you watch Inception's channel, a majority of his channel, he's reviewing players and seeing how they play in game. What he's saying essentially is he doesn't, the way EA is running this game now with content and everything, there's not even a point to do reviews or interest, because when you look at a card, let's give you guys an example. FIFA 23 expired flipping SBCs. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to show you this to end the video. So if we take a look at players, right, and we go to expired, I want to show you guys something. Right now. Let's see here. For some reason, it's not showing us. I don't know why we can't see anymore. Why can't we see anymore? Okay, so we only have level up. Okay, so come here for a second, guys, all right? So when you take a look at like SBCs in FIFA 23, right? Obviously, a couple of these are downvoted. You know, you can see that. You've got like Ferran Torres, which we could pull up. I don't know why I just glitched. Let's look at Ferran Torres, right? Let's look at this card. So when this card gets released at 143K, where are you looking? You're looking at skills. You're looking at weak foot, right? You're looking at body type. And you're looking at stats. Positions, maybe. So when you look at SBCs now, you don't look at pretty much any of those things. Where does your attention go to first? You're looking right at play styles, right? Let's see, Jamie Vardy flashback, 263K. This stuff, it's all additional, but not necessary. You look at this card, you're like, holy moly, 5-star weak foot, 96 shooting, 90 physical, 99 finishing. You're like freaking out about that, right? And so for Inception, with what he does, it makes way more sense for him to do player reviews. Now, when you look here, let's do it as we would do it today, right? They give this meta rating, right? So 85, very low for this time of the year. She doesn't have anticipate. She doesn't have intercept. What the hell is this, EA? What are we supposed to do with these cards? And EA is doing this to themselves, guys. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. EA is doing this to themselves. Look at this card, right? Right mid with rapid. Okay, right back as well. Defending is bad, so he's not going to play right back. Why would you use him as a cam? Why would you use him as a left mid? I mean, you could use him as a left mid, but he's got a weak foot. Average and lean body type, so right mid. You could use him as left mid for the finesse shot. He's got both shooting traits. He's got rapid. But what do people have to say about this? And guys, let me tell you this, bro. Let me tell you this right now. The fact that this has 357 likes, the only reason this card has upvotes, even 20%, is because people can see it some way. He doesn't have one passing trait. What the hell are you supposed to do with somebody out wide without a passing trait when everybody's running intercept? What are you meant to do? Does EA look at their SBCs? Let's look at Enter Player of the Month, right? 300,000 coins. Okay? The community, I don't know what the community is doing, right? 60% upvoted somehow. Rapid and low driven. Okay, it's kind of nice. 4-star, 3-star. But let me tell you this. In the past, what would you look at if this card dropped at 300K? You'd be like, oh man, well, they didn't boost his weak foot and his passing is too low. It's not worth it. So now when you look at the card, not only is he a 74 passing, guys, what the hell are you supposed to do with this card with no passing traits? Because that's all that matters. These stats don't matter. So let's tell you, as a striker, he's got rapid, he's got quick step, that's good. He's got low driven and finesse, which are also really good. He doesn't have any passing traits, but he has tech. So he's upvoted because he's got a lot of the majority stuff that's good. He still has a 3-star weak foot. He's got stocky body type, which is not good. It's just, you know what? People wonder why this game is dying. EA, watch these freaking videos and learn. Go back to what used to work. Because now people don't even look at the stats of any of these cards. And do you look on Flippin'? Let's look at Mkhitaryan. It's just, it's like, you know what? This card does have a lot of decent play styles, right? I agree, but what does he not have as a CDM? He doesn't have intercept. Okay, well, you want to play him as an attacking center mid? Tiki-taka is good. Incisive is good. He doesn't have one shooting trait. So you can't defend with him that well. He only has anticipate and jockey. And then you can't attack with him that well. So what are you supposed to do? He's not really great at either of those. So why would you complete the SBC? You get what I'm saying? So that's Inception's main point of the video. What is EA doing with this content? Every player that gets released is dead. So that's why when Inception says, oh, people only care about the casino stuff, he's right. Because that's the only stuff that's interesting or gives you the chance at getting some of these meta players. Anyways, shout out to Inception, man. Always dropping truth. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. We'll see you next time.